Wednesday 8 o'clock class. This is your review lesson for July 29th, lesson 11.4. Our song this week is Dancing Drums. Here's your play-along video.
Metronome is set to 100, 4, and we're in. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Now let's take a look at our music. The most important thing to remember in this song is the slur that ends in a staccato. It happens on line 1, 2, 4, and 5. Here's a reminder of what it looks like and sounds like. If you can do that, the rest should be easy. Now, do you ever wish there was a good trick so you would never get stuck not remembering how to read a particular note? Well, are you in luck today? Today I'm going to show you some tricks and you'll never get stuck on note reading again. We know that stavs have 5 lines and 4 spaces. Now let's look at the treble clef. You can remember the 5 line notes if you can remember this sentence. Every good boy does fine. The bottom line is E for every, the second line is G for good, and all the way to the top. Every good boy does fine. And you know how you can tell? You look at his face. The spaces for the treble clef are F, A, C, E. What could be easier than that? Now look at the bass clef. You can remember the bass clef lines if you can remember this sentence. Good bikes don't fall apart. And you can remember the spaces. All cars eat gas. So the treble clef is about a good boy that you can tell does fine by looking at his face. And the bass clef you can tell because it's all about bikes and cars. Good bikes don't fall apart, and all cars eat gas. Now that's a pretty good way to remember all of your notes. Now let me show you a really good way to practice. You take a whole page of notes, but instead of saying the note name, you say the trick that goes with it. I'll show you on the first line of music. Oh, the first note is a bass clef space. All cars eat gas. The next note is a treble clef line. Every good boy does fine. The next note is a bass clef line. Good bikes don't fall apart. The next note, treble clef space. Face, F-A-C-E. Next note, bass clef space. All cars eat gas. Next note, treble clef line. Every good boy does fine. Next note, bass clef line. Good bikes don't fall apart. Next note, treble clef line. Every good boy does fine. You get these tricks in your head and you'll never get stuck on note reading again. All right, here's your practice guide for today. Your new song is Dancing Drums. Your song to review, This Old Man. And your theory is to practice your note reading tricks. Okay, kids, that's all for today. Good job.